House of Cards.
TCG.
What's going on, guys? It's Shane here from House of Cards TCG, and I have a branded Despia deck profile for you. Tongue twister there. But just got back from the Waffles and Enthusiasm near Philadelphia regional qualifier. I wound up going X2, got 11th place. I'll go over my rounds at the end. Make sure you watch to the end. I'll go over my rounds. I'll go over some of my choices, cards that I maybe should have chose, didn't choose, why I didn't choose them, etc. But yeah, let's hop right into the deck profile. I was super happy with the deck. I noticed myself making some misplays, so I think the deck actually kind of carried me. I think it was a really strong build. So let's hop right into it. So first thing we have is 3 Aliber. This one doesn't need any explanation. You just have to play 3, searches branded fusion. 2 Tragedies, a little bit different than what most people are playing. A lot of people say you only need 1. I played 2 because I'm playing Allure of Darkness. Spoiler alert, but this card's insane. You draw 2 and then you plus off banishing the Tragedy. You grab a Luber, you search branded fusion. It's crazy. Have to play 2 if you're playing Allure of Darkness, in my opinion. 1 Ad Lib. I just really like this card in combination with Branded in Red. It makes your Branded in Red way stronger. It turns it into a super impactful card. Without Ad Lib, the Branded in Red is just kind of underwhelming. It's still pretty good to make Guardian Chimera, but having the Ad Lib just makes it crazy. 2 Triber Gamer Carrier, same reasoning. I'm playing 2 because I'm playing Allure of Darkness. Having the 1 with the new combo that you banish to grab either your Cartesia or your Albion. So you need the second one to search off the Branded Lost. It also gives you a way to play around Nibiru. A lot of people are playing Nibiru right now. So having the second one was really important. You could almost up this to 3, but I thought it would get a little bit bricky. 2 was really good. Same thing with Albaz. I'm only playing 2 Fallen of Albaz. And the reason is because it is a really strong card to normal summon into a board and wipe their board, but I didn't want to brick on this card. I mean, drawing multiple normal summons or drawing this in combination with an Aluber is just not very good. It's not horrible if you draw multiples, it's not like game ending, but I didn't want to draw too many of this card. It was really strong. I liked 2. I probably wouldn't change that. Next I played 1 Albion. You just play this because it dumps Branded in White. Kind of broken. It's just an upstart goblin as well. It's just a consistency card, so 1's good. I'm playing for the Bestial lineup. I'm playing 2 Bestial Lubellion. Not because I've heard some people say I'm only playing 2 because I only own 2. I own 3. I think 2 is just optimal. You don't necessarily want to draw this card going second. I wanted my deck to be strong going first and second. So I'm playing a build that I thought could really, if I lost a lot of die rolls, I would still be in good shape. So playing this at 2 is still really strong. It allows you to see it, and you can still plus off the combo. You really do want to see it going first. It's a really strong card. It makes your combo insane. Along with that, I'm playing 3 Saronir. Really small Bestial lineup. I was expecting a lot of Rogue, a lot of Kashtira, a lot of decks that maybe the Bestials aren't going to be super impactful versus. So I put in a really small lineup, only basically the 3, 5 if you count Lubellion, the 5 that are really just combo pieces that just make your combo much better. You could argue for a Baldrake, Magnamut. I mean, those cards are crazy. They're really good in the mirror, but I just thought it was not needed, and it really didn't come up. 1 Blazing Cartesia. Again, you don't need to explain this. I only played at 1. I've seen people playing it at 2. I don't like that. You don't necessarily want to hard draw it. It's searchable. Along with that, I'll throw in, I'm going to do this, but I'll put in the 2 Fusion Deployment. So I'm playing 2 Fusion Deployment along with the Cartesia, just to give you extra ways to see it. If they ash your Branded Fusion, you still have plays. Ashing on Branded Fusion it still hurts a lot. It's still a really strong play. So having alternative play lines is really important. Now for the spice, I'm playing 1 Dark Magician. This card makes Dragoon. So this deck can make Dragoon so easy. And having an Omni Negate and having a card in a simplified game state that's a Towers with an Omni Negate every single turn, and a burn effect. It gives you 1 pop, you burn them. It came up. It's really, really strong. The reason I played this is because it's super strong into Kashtira. Most of the cards target. It's super strong into Labyrinth. All their cards target as well. They have very limited ways to get rid of it. Kashtira has to make a super neg play to make a Zeus, or if they have Scareclaw Kashtira, they can negate the Dragoon in the battle phase, which is not, it doesn't target. So that's 1 out, so you kind of have to be aware of that. And then also I played an Altergeist player, and the Dragoon was just crazy. Unfortunately, I lost that one because I misplayed. I'll talk about it at the end, but Dragoon was pretty good. I only summoned it a couple times, but just, you only play 1 brick to have that explosive potential. I kind of liked it. 3 Allure of Darkness. The card says draw 2. Almost all the time you have something decent to banish off it. If not, you have something that doesn't really hurt you. Like a couple times I had to banish a Starmere off of it, but I'm drawing 2. Like, the point of the deck is to see Branded Fusion. So I wanted to play cards that help me see Branded Fusion. Shocking, I know. So jumping into that, 3 Branded Fusion. Card's crazy, best card in the game right now, best spell. You resolve this, you win, basically. You're still kind of weak to, obviously, the Ash Blossom on it, but if you resolve it, you're still sometimes a little bit weak to Droll. Another reason I played the Dark Magician is because, like, through Droll you can still make a Dragoon, which is a really strong play through Droll. 3 Branded Opening. Again, just, you want to get to the Branded Fusion. Not too much explanation needed there. 1 Branded in red. This card's really good versus back row. I was expecting a lot of Labyrinth, and so I wanted the Branded in red. I would almost consider bumping this to 2, but didn't really come up today, and you don't want to brick on it. The deck, I don't want to say it's bricky, but it's not. You can have some brick hands. I personally didn't. I think it was a consistent build at only 42 cards. But Branded in red's just a really strong card. Guardian Chimera is crazy. 1 Branded Lost. Don't need to explain this. 1 Branded in white for the combo. You search it, it makes your end board just crazy, almost unbeatable. 3 Super Poly. This was the best card all day. It outs every board. It's strong going first. If you draw it, you set it, and they're not playing either. This card was just crazy. It makes the deck just really insane. 3 Triple Tactics Thrust. My theory with this was that you search the Branded Fusion. Also playing 1 Evenly Matched, 1 Tactics for it. Kind of underwhelming. This is my first tournament playing with it, and I think I misplayed a little bit with it. Wasn't really using it optimally. But in theory, it's a great card. I think it'll really pop off this format. And traps, 1 Retribution, 1 Beast. Again, don't really need to explain these. Let's go into the extra deck. The Dragoon, obviously, crazy card. It's like a custom card that a child wrote. The card's crazy. 1 Rinbroom for the combo. I don't think you need 2 because I'm playing Super Poly, which means I'm playing the Mud Dragon and the Starving Venom. So if I'm playing Kashtira and they're going to rip a card out of my extra deck, they kind of have to rip this or this. They can't rip the Rinbroom. That's just a bad play, because then if I Super Poly them, I Super Poly them for everything. And they just can't do that. 1 Lubellion, 2 Albion. Everyone's playing 2 of this. Never really came up. Again, they can't rip this. I mean, they have to rip one of these other cards that loses them the game before they would rip the Lubellion. I get it. It sometimes could come up the second one if it gets impermed or stopped and you lose it. So that would hurt, but it didn't personally happen. 2 Mirror Jade. You just sometimes need to. It's not that they're going to rip it. 1 Grankanal. I probably butchered that, but just part of the combo. The card's really good. Just helps your consistency, makes your end board just really strong. 1 Quartus. That's the only target I'm playing with the Grankanal. I'm not playing the Proskinion. The card just, it felt like a win more. This Quartus is strong enough to have like the extra interaction. 1 Garuru, you can dump it, draw a card. It's also a Super Poly target. Guardian Chimera, crazy card. I had an opponent that played Kashtira. They ripped this out of my extra deck. Don't know why. Dragostapelia, Masquerade. Wish I could play 2 of this, but there's just not room. Let's get into the side deck. D-Barrier, self-explanatory, won me the match on stream. I played Sword Soul. This card's FTK versus Demir versus Sword Soul. Really good versus Kashtira. 3 Lava Golem. This card was crazy all day. Every time I drew this going second, I felt fine. Except for the one time I got Archlord Christia. Nothing you can do there. 2 Econ, strictly for Ibly. The one time I got Ibly locked, I drew this, so it worked. The theory made sense. 2 Lightning Storm. So I'm doing the 2 Lightning Storm. This is my back row removal. 2 Lightning Storm, 1 Feather Duster, and also 2 Cosmics. I was really worried about Labyrinth. I didn't wind up playing a Labyrinth player, but that deck's just crazy. Super scared of that deck. And then 2 Evenly Match. This card's just good versus everything right now. Nothing's putting up negates that could really stop this. Evenly was crazy. I hard drew it a couple times in the main deck and just going second just resolved this in its game. So Evenly was awesome. So let me talk about my rounds. So round 1, I played the guy who wound up getting second place. He played Adventure of Virtual World and he set up Spell Canceller and Archlord Christia versus me. I lost the die roll, didn't have any interactions, and just got FTK'd. Game 2, he broke my board and then Tribute Summon the Archlord Christia. Nothing I could do. Round 2, I 2-0'd Pure Kashtira. Round 3, I 2-0'd Kashtira Adventure. Round 4, I 2-0'd Live Twin Sprite. Pretty cool deck. Round 5, 2-0 Lyrilusk Tri Brigade. Round 6, 2-1 Sword Soul. That was on stream. I misplayed really badly game 2. Hopefully I can review that. Round 7, I 1-2 versus Altergeist because I made the Dragoon and I negated the wrong card. So he had Protocol. I stupidly negated the Protocol and I should have just held it for Skill Drain because he changed Skill Drain. Round 8, I 2-0 Sword Soul. Really good player. He's actually the Dragon Duel National Champion. He's a really strong player, so that was a good match. I wound up in 11th place. There was 224 participants. Yeah, so let's go over the cards that, I think I pretty much mentioned this. I was siding one Dark Ruler. I wound up cutting it because the theory was like, oh, you can go Thrust into Dark Ruler, but they're just going to negate the Thrust. That's never really resolving. It wasn't really a realistic play. It never came up. Tulu Veliana, I explained that. I cut this guy. It just never really came up. People were saying you could search the Mercurier. It just doesn't feel like a really strong play. Cut this. This is a consistency card. I might consider playing this. It just kind of helps if you brick. 2 of this, I explained it. You just don't need it. 3rd Fusion Deployment. These were all considerations. The 3rd. Kind of already went over these, but just this is more of a consistency card. You could bring out Albaz if you're in a pinch and fuse away. These I just feel like are not needed. This I just thought I would just FTK. I would just have it auto win versus Dragon League, but no one was playing Dragon League. Yeah, so guys, thanks for watching. Let me know down below what you think about this build, what you would change. Yeah, interested to hear your feedback, but it performed really well for me. So thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and have a good one.